Clash of Clans, episode 10. And for those of you rocking Roman numerals, that's episode X. Clash of Clans and the fans of the stands. I'm here with my pal Scotty.
Hey, nerds.
And I'm your pal Beckety Boneyard. We're live in the studio at WBSMT Radio. That's Scotty's basement. ClashofClansPodcast.com. Bringing to you all things Clash of Clans. Scotty, we got a lot to talk about today.
We have a lot to talk about today.
As always, we have too much to talk about.
Yeah.
First of all, Supercell.
Supercell. Well, unfortunately, it has become a trend that every time we are going to do a big interview, it turns into a snowstorm here in Duluth, Minnesota.
It was one of the worst, yeah. It really hampered our ability to get this on. I was stuck at the bar, ready to drive up here, and I ended up having to take a cab home sober, which is a huge waste of money.
Yeah, he couldn't leave.
I couldn't get my car out of the parking lot. It was terrible.
So the first time was when we interviewed the guys from the Wiki.
I made it here. That was a tough one, but I probably shouldn't have been on the road.
Risked life and limb to bring you the podcast. And we just got this one on Sunday night. And so I contacted Supercell. I asked them if we could reschedule for the next week. And we're on for next week, which is awesome of them to do. And so there's another snowstorm coming tonight.
And actually one coming next Sunday, which is kind of, but not as much.
So we can pretty much determine the weather here at Clash of Clans Podcast. Supercell is coming, so we have some more time to get questions in.
Yeah, we did get a lot, and thanks to you viewers out there, kiddies out there in Radio Land, for putting in your suggestions, and we're compiling a list, and we got them all ready to go.
Yeah, so, and then I guess it actually works out for the best, because a lot of the questions and a lot of the things that we were going to talk about were about the update. And now that we've got to see it, and we're going to talk about that in a little minute.
We can maybe get some questions about the update itself, what's happening from you guys, and we can pose them to them.
That'd be cool. And then, thinking forward. And so we get that part out of the way, and we're able to.
Right on.
So, all right, big day today. We're going to talk all about the update. We've got a lot of shout outs to go around.
I got to read a couple of these to you, man. These are pretty good.
Okay. So, Boneyard, do you want to read the first one?
Yeah. This one is from author is Xin and
June.
So his name's June. All right. So June writes, "Hey guys, there's a skull between Pekka's Playhouse and Sherbert Towers. If you put it in the podcast, you got to give me credit." Well, there you go.
There you go. You got your credit.
June, you got it. You found a skull that I mentioned in this previous podcast. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, good job.
All right.
I got another one here from Alagnak.
Again, he chimed back in after the last time.
After the first time.
Yeah.
Another great episode. Thanks, nerds. I feel so honored by the shout out. You should.
God.
I was amazed Boneyard pronounced the username correctly. I would have given 4-1 against that happening. I would have taken those odds and taken your money.
I know, I'm surprised.
That was a guess, but...
And my reply back was, I know, especially given his knowledge of the interwebs.
And then he goes on to write, the Minnesota accent radio is very entertaining. My wife is cracking up at the hot dish and pop soda exchanges. I still say soda. Sounds like my family, although we've observed that pop is more Minnesota.
Yeah, I agree.
Soda, more Wisconsin. Being just across the bay, understandable that you would use both. Thanks again. Now go bash some nerds, you pelicans.
That was awesome.
Now, Minnesota even has soda in the name.
Well, yeah, but I think we all say pop up here and you say soda. But you, in your defense, you have lived right next to the border your entire life.
It was pop when I was growing up, and I think it was like a conscious decision to call it soda instead of pop. It sounds so stupid. Well, thank you, Legnack.
Yeah. So, more shout-outs. Boneyard just read last week, I said Jin. Shouted Jin out. It is June.
June, yeah.
June.
He found a skull.
And, I was checking around today, trying to put things together, and actually checked iTunes, and we had a couple reviews. So, yeah, reviews, good ones, too. So, this one, I
hope so.
This one was pretty good. The title was Boneyard Bashes Nerds by @Huge. Good podcast. Keep up the work. Us nerds need to stick together, he said. That's pretty cool. Super9 said helpful hints. And then Zune, this is a different one.
Not June, this is with a Z.
Z-O-O-N.
The month of Zune this time.
God. He
Rocktober.
He talked about
November.
God. He talked about listening. Said, keep it up. you two are on a roll with some good content. And then he gave his address for his clan, British Knights, and Sean is, I believe his name is he's an elder. He actually linked us in on his social media tab.
Cool.
So I went and found it.
British Knights, those are cool shoes.
BK Knights.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went and I hope you don't mind. But
What'd you do?
I hope you don't mind. But I'm going to shout out your website address because I thought your website was really pretty cool.
Oh, you're talking to him and not me. All right.
Yeah. BritishKnights.org.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and so I went and looked around there, and like I said, we're on his social media tab, but there's a lot of cool other things that were on his website. And so he did some clan rules, and in upcoming episodes we'll try to go back and talk more about clan rules again and things like that. And this week's kind of a different theme, when we're talking about and giving shout outs here, because there kind of was a theme running through, and that was more adult clans. But this is an all adult clan. One of them,
All right.
one of the rules, you have to be plus 18. But what was really cool is they had awards, they had raid pictures, like, best raid of the week and stuff like that. And then they had raid tunes.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I believe it is by Sean Zune, DJ Zune. So he had all these different types of songs.
Was it like techno or something?
Yeah, like techno, electric acid music. So I thought that was really cool. Like, play while you're listening.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know about techno music.
Well, you're a dork, so what would you know?
No.
To raid to, man? Come on.
You need easy lit. No, not that. You need
What, Kenny G?
no.
Get your Kenny G going?
rock and roll. Like, you know what you need?
Highway to Hell.
Boom, nailed it. Something like that. Something that's heavy, lots of guitar.
Yeah, but
You see those guys swinging in with axes and hammers and riding.
that would
pigs.
be cool to electronic music too, I think.
Heavy Metal by Sammy Hagar. Call it heavy metal. That song would be great. Yeah.
Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was awesome. It was a really cool site.
One way ticket to midnight. Call it, I don't know, heavy metal noise. Slashing and burning.
God, you should have been a rock and roll star.
I am.
All right.
Rock and roll
Yeah,
star.
and I still haven't seen your music for the music
you got to
challenge.
show me how to do it. I don't know how to do that, man.
Yeah. Well, maybe one of these days,
You're not in the shower with me enough to hear me singing it, and I don't know how to
I'm never
record
in the
it.
shower with you.
So that's not enough.
So all right. Next time you're in the shower, just get out your old tape deck.
I got a phone though. I guess I can.
I think
record
you
it
can
on
still
the phone.
get cassette tapes. You can record it.
Probably have some.
Yeah.
Milli Vanilli, Beastie Boys. That was my first tape I ever had. Beastie Boys license. That's not true. That was the first tape I ever bought. My first tape I ever had was Quiet Riot, Metal Health. Bang your head. Dun, dun, dun.
All right. I'm joining British
That
Knights.
was something else, man.
So I can get away from boneyards.
Metal Hell Rise Dead.
But I would check out their site. They have a lot of really cool things on there. So.
BritishKnights.org.
No, and they talk about their clan and all this stuff. So
shoes and
last
stuff.
week, BD talked about he was starting a website, and I had no idea that there were so many people that were doing websites and stuff. So, so that's awesome. So thank you, Zune, Sean.
Yeah. And what?
So up next we have Merlin 19771. He was back on the blog the other day.
Okay.
And so he like British Knights are an adult only clan. So he said if there are any adults out there looking for an adult only clan that have at least 4 archers, come check us out at Clash Tragics. Pretty cool name.
At least 4 archers? What?
So Merlin 19771.
You don't have to start at the start. Just tell me what you meant about at least 4 archers.
At least level 4 archers.
Oh, okay.
Level 4 archers.
I got you.
So, but the British Knights, they talk about who they're accepting, and they've got they talk about their feeder clans, so you can go check them out. Adults only. Okay, so I asked Boneyard how to pronounce this name because obviously you have a good track record of it. It's Super 9, Super NYN. It makes sense now that you tell me about it.
Perfectly sense. Perfectly
From
sensible.
a clan called.
But here's the thing. Don't get it on our backs when we mispronounce your unpronounceable name to everybody. Just,
Right.
We're going with
And
what
if we do mispronounce it, we'd be happy to correct
Yeah.
it. Okay. So, so this clan, Super 9, chimed in on the blog, and he's in a clan called M City Sharks and a feeder clan called M City Fish. And they're a bunch of poker players from Vegas and poker players that go to Vegas a lot. And I thought, oh, that's right up Boneyard's alley.
Yeah, right on.
So he talks in this about he's got some level 3 minions. He taxed with 30 to 40 of them and archers. He's been getting a
Sweet.
ton more resources and things like that. And he says that he thinks of minions as mini dragons. They are pure evil, and I rain down minion puke on my nerdy enemies.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
Yeah, my minion level 3 is my next research.
So shout out to Super 9 and the M City Sharks and the M City Fish. It'd be awesome to hear how your guys' clan works. And he actually chimed in and gave me some pointers on my base or my village that I had posted, but those were from a while ago. So it reminds me that me and Boneyard need to update the pictures of our camps on the website, so that way you can critique them, especially now with the big update that's just happened. You can rotate walls.
I can finally do that. Yeah, I need to spend an hour doing that.
Yeah, I need to do some major
I kind of like the way I'm at. I mean, I really am not getting attacked. I'm really, or I'm not losing much. I got to show you this, though. Check out my my camp. There's 3 full purple boobs on there. The elixir storage are totally full. Well, they're not totally full, but they look full.
Your balls are so blue, they're purple.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Walking around looking like a pawn shop. I love that joke.
All right. So next up, we have a couple of questions from Brother Spades, who left us a voicemail again. And what's that number to call if you have questions, Boneyard?
42427-CLASH.
What was that?
42427-CLASH.
All right. Okay. So he left us a couple questions. So first, I want to give a shout out to him and to his clan, Wise Guys Crew.
Wise Guys Crew?
Yep. Wise Guys Crew.
What is there? Is there different like capitalization somewhere? Where's the break there?
It's Wise Guys Crew.
Where is it?
All right, so the Wise Guys Crew. And he wants me to give a shout out to Tiny Surge or Surg. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it.
Just go with what feels natural.
I'm going to say Tiny Surg. To Tiny Surg, who never fails to invite him back to the clan when he goes wandering. I asked him where he went wandering. He said he sometimes goes to different Game Center friends' clans and stuff like that.
Yeah,
okay.
cool.
With that, so here's the first question.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brother Spades, and I'm just wondering, because I have the Spear Village set up, and I was wondering if, with all your Supercell experience, if you have any suggestions for a Town Hall 8 like setup for the village. Hey, thanks, guys.
Okay, so Boneyard, what do you think? Do you have any advice for Brother Spades?
Well, I'm looking at your layout right now, and you're obviously mid-build because there's a huge wall of purple out to the side.
Yeah, so you're probably redoing it now because this was a little while ago.
Yeah, this looks like you're going to go with a... I mean, I guess I don't know which way you're going, if you're building or destroying right now, but it looks like you're rebuilding. And I like the idea of splitting up your resources, or excuse me, your storage containers into separate pods, because then you can't, like mine are all in the middle. If somebody gets there, I'm destroyed,
Right. And I've run into a lot of problems with, various layouts that way, because you have to decide which way to attack.
Yeah. And you have to come in from a certain angle. And I like the way I've set up all my different walls. It's not symmetrical anymore, but I've got different types of protection on each wall, on all 4 sides, be it double walls or an extra Teslas or, something where it's hard to get through. And it works. Really, only time I really get taken out is people come from my town hall, which I leave outside, and who cares?
And so, just in general, do you have any base layout tactics or ideas?
I've always said keep your storage in the middle, and
what I do,
them, I mean, it depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, I've been waiting for the upgrade, which came out today, so that we could rotate walls and things like that. My base is working really pretty good, but like I said, we're going to post our pictures of our base up online so you can take a look at them.
Yeah.
Any suggestions you guys have about our bases, please leave comments about them, or base strategies. I know that there's a wide range out there.
Oh, there's so many.
And so to say which type works the best, I've only experimented with a couple different types.
Pretty much the stuff I made it was
so hard before and
what I ended up building just really worked.
Yeah,
I put all my storages in the middle. My 3 mortars overlapping around and on three corners of it, a triangle, and I just tried to have all of my defenses overlap. Yeah. So that anything coming in is getting hit by all the different types of defenses.
Well, and the big thing is now today with the upgrade, we got a new wizard tower. So that's really threw everything off. But it would explain the 25 extra walls that came, just a couple weeks ago.
Well, it gives you 4.
Yeah.
4 wizard towers, which is easier to do in a symmetrical thing,
Yeah.
Put them on the corners. That's simple.
So, I've got a major rearrange. I just wish there was something you could, map out and play around with first. That's what she said. And
What?
and so
You could draw it on a piece of paper.
I know, but you can't really do the little blocks. I just wish there was something easy where you could. I suppose you could go online and look around and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I don't know. You know, once in a while, I actually have in my phone here several pictures of different layouts that I've been impressed with when I'm either looking for somebody to fight or somebody that I fought and I
you
got
lost
beat.
horribly.
Yeah,
They bashed you.
Well, that doesn't really happen. It's usually people that I'm like, oh, I'm not going to attack this guy because that's a great layout.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture of it and be like, oh, maybe later I'll switch it to that.
And that's kind of how I started with mine. Is I saw somebody else's and built on that. And
Yeah. Well, you know what I don't attack is when they have everything compartmentalized.
Yeah, I
don't
agree.
attack those because you're just wading through all these purple walls. You're never going to get anywhere.
Yeah, it's tough unless you've got the right mix of troops and you can attack from a different sides. I think the compartmentalized does really work, just like straight up grid style.
Yeah.
I know I have a lot of trouble with that, but
Yeah. Minions will fly over. Minions and probably balloons would be pretty good against it. But other than that, it's too hard to wade through all those walls. Yeah.
yeah, and I think maybe that'll
You
change.
guys will never go in the right direction.
No.
They'll always go to something stupid, and they'll all split up and go to 3 different things.
Right.
And the mortars just wipe them out when you're doing that.
But I do think it leaves a lot of your camp outside of, so you can
That's
get
true.
to some of it, but
Well, what do you get to? Research center, like your laboratory, even your.
well, I took out like 3. I think I was a Dune battle today, and I took out like 2 of the 3 elixir, 2 of the 3 gold. I mean, I got.
It's not much. All the barracks on the outside of army camps.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, well, it depends on if you're going for trophies or not,
That's
or
true.
what you're doing. So that's a tough one, Brother Spades. I guess learn from what you attack is what I would say.
Yeah. Look at what you can't beat
Yeah.
and emulate that.
Okay. So the second question we got from Brother Spades regards the shaking screen debate that we've had going on, and he describes it in this call. And so here it is.
All right, what's up, guys? It's Brother Spades. Literally, like 30 seconds ago, the screen turns black, and then it goes into a bunch of clouds. It comes back, and the whole screen shakes, and it shows, like, health bars everywhere. I tried to take a snapshot, but it was too late. Basically, I checked for obstacles. It didn't have any new obstacles. So while you guys are with Supercell, could you just ask them about it? Thanks, guys. I appreciate what you guys have done, etc. All right, peace.
Okay, so coming back, we still, because we haven't asked Supercell, we did get a comment on the blog from Baron Van Dietz, who is
Baron von Dietz.
yes, and he
Dietz nuts.
and
What are you thinking about? I know nothing.
and so he did some research. He said,
Hogan! Colonel Clink. That's awesome. Anyway.
so he's done some research and found out that it's a server glitch that happens when a player is attacking you and you're on at the same time, like you said.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Also, check out his clan at Testament Clans Wiki. And so I went to find it today, and Testament Clans Wiki. Just put it into Google.
/HogansHeroes.com.
Shut up. Testament-Clans Wiki. Okay, you can check them out. Pretty cool clan. So that's all we got for you until we find out the definitive answer from Supercell. It is on the question list. Sounds like he did some research.
I think I'm right. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
you weren't so convinced last time we were talking about it.
You had a convincing argument. I was pretty sure I was right.
Yeah. Well, there's been that server out of sync error
Right, and
happening,
that's,
but they had a maintenance break the other day on Facebook because they said something was acting up. So I think that maybe that's fixed. It could be.
Who knows? Whatever.
Who knows? So Boneyard, you know what today is? It's a big day. It's the day of the big new.
This just in. Update version 3.124.
April 17th, 2013. Big update. What do you think, Boneyard? God.
I guess, it's some cool stuff. I'm not a level 9 yet, so I can't really enjoy a lot of the new things, like the extra things, No, I'm not Town Hall level 9 yet.
Okay. But, so you can't get, and you got to correct me on what I said last week about the golem. I said golem, and I spelled it wrong.
It's a golem.
It's a golem with one L.
One L. It's a mythical, it's a Jewish folklore clay monster, and the rabbi sends it after the bad guys, and he crushes them, and then oh no, he's going to attack the rabbi, and he changes the little Hebrew symbol from life to death on his forehead. No, it's a whole thing.
So I said it wrong.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we got that. That's covered. We know that.
So what do you think? I mean, I think the clan chat overhaul was pretty cool.
It's kind of messy. It's real busy now, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things where every time there's an update or something major changes, it's like shocking. You're so used to it.
I'm already used to it. I mean, as far as the clan, I already knew all that stuff. Now it just says it.
Yeah, but I like how they do the number count on the number of troops they got.
Not necessary, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. Also now, league system.
Yeah, new leagues. Guess what? I'm silver number 1.
I am gold number 2.
Well, you were a gold.
I was a gold 3 and I went to a gold 2.
You are a gold number 2. You can't polish a turd, is what they say. I'm silver number 1.
The silver stream.
Gold number 2.
So when I woke up this morning, I was sitting at 1590 or 1580 something. Okay, so I got put into gold number 3 because it tops out at 1599.
Sure.
And I know Boots was up last night rating, and I thought, oh, you're going to get a higher bonus. That was a good thing because I thought that they lasted for 2 weeks or like 12 days or whatever, and then you were stuck in that league, and then you got to go up.
You can jump right into it and go right up to 1601 and.
Yeah, and so that's what happened after like the first 2 battles, and all of a sudden I was in the next league, and I thought, oh, well that's crazy, and so I tried dropping a few to see if I could get out of it.
If you went under 1600.
Yeah, and I was still in it. I thought, well, now am I stuck in that same league, or how does that work? Went to the wiki. Thank you everybody at the wiki for all that up-to-date information, and found out that
right.
Yeah, you have to drop 100 or 1,000.
To what level?
Okay.
You're at 1600. You're in gold 2.
I'm in gold 2. To
get to gold 1 or 3, to drop down to gold 3.
To drop down to gold 3, I'd have to hit 1,500 trophies, which would demote me.
You'd have to drop 100 trophies.
Yeah, 100 trophies
to get down there.
And then you'd just be in the different.
And
league.
then you'd have to get 100 more to get back up to the next one.
Yeah. So the league system.
Well, it's nice that you can go get just make it into the next league and then even get beat up a little bit, and you're still going to stay in that league until you can ratchet it up there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you can use it to your benefit, because if you weren't going to go to the next league anyways, and you just touch into it, and then you can stay between that 100 trophies.
Yeah.
Underneath it, you're getting that same benefit. But we'll see how it goes, because this is all brand new, the whole new system. It'll be interesting to see, and it's crazy because now you can't see people's levels when you attack them.
Their trophy amounts, yeah.
Or trophy amounts.
You just get to see their league.
Yeah, their league, whatever league status they're sitting at. So
I guess that works, though.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's for matchups. I mean, I don't know how it'll work, but it's.
Well, yeah, you're gonna get matched up into your.
Well, I've been getting silver, and those different types of matchups, but I think it's an incentive to keep going up.
Bash some nerds, yeah.
Bash some nerds, because the bigger you.
Yeah, I don't want to drop trophies now that this thing is in. I'm not gonna ever drop trophies. I mean, I kind of stopped doing that anyway, but now I want to get up to the next. No, I gotta get to the next league.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of the point, because it's harder to drop.
Yeah.
When you've achieved a certain status.
I'm at 1350, and I really want to get up to 1400. I got to get to gold 3.
What I do like about it is I like that it does count the amount of attacks you've won, and so that restarts every 2 weeks when the league thing restarts.
Where does it say that? See, folks, I'm playing on my phone. I can barely even read the how many builders I have number, much less all that little script on it. When we're writing on the the font is so screwy in the chat that you can't even read it. Sometimes that really throws me off.
Okay, so
especially when I'm getting squinty.
So here's where you're at. Attacks 1 and
I can't read that at all. Yeah, no, on mine you can't even see that.
Yeah, so right on you go to the trophy thing, see where you're at, and it says attacks 1 and defenses 1. And so it's kind of cool, because then other people can see how much you've battled. Now player troops donated. You can see everybody's how much they've donated.
Yeah,
which is cool, because I have to say this, and I think this will affect the game a lot, because when they started doing the donated troop count, I made more of an effort to donate troops, only because I had no idea how much I was donating in terms of how much in comparison to what other people were donating.
Sure.
And so I think, psychologically, this is going to make people
Play harder.
play
That's
harder
a good idea.
and less farming.
Yeah.
And they did reset or do some balancing of storage stuff for the lower level players.
I saw that they changed the percentages.
Yeah, but I'm not quite sure what that's at.
They lowered the percentage so you can't, so that the little guys can keep more and they can get, they can do a little better. But it still tops out at the same number, so you're still going for that 198K.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
You're still going for the big score.
But they must have to have whatever percentage. I haven't had time. It's been a crazy day.
And before it was 25, probably now it's 20 or something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And depending on the town hall level. So we'll try to figure that out for the next podcast. Well, we'll have Supercell here, so coming up down the road. But yeah, it was kind of
all these super technical questions. Excuse me, why is the algorithm off for the wall breaker at level 4 when on Saturdays after 4 p.m.? She ain't gonna know nothing.
Well, speaking of wall breakers, there's a new upgraded wall breaker AI, and I love it.
The AI and
AI, artificial intelligence. Yeah.
Snurf.
Snurf. God.
Throw Thundercats in there. Thundercats. Ho!
God.
That was pretty loud. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. So so after the last update, the wall breakers were kind of screwy. They were supposed to be much smarter. I have to say,
Way smarter now.
they're smarter than they were. They aren't as dumb as they used to be. But sometimes when they were dumb before, you could just send them in at one wall and they just go right through. You'd have to aim them or whatever.
Sure.
Now you can do more aiming, but they will also be smarter and go around things and actually go where you want to go. Because I was thinking like that flat wall defense would have been the best defense, because I had the hardest time getting into the second wall between last update.
The guys that all bunch up at the first wall and keep blowing the same wall up.
Yeah. And so everything would divert once you got inside. So thank God I waited for the rearrange, because now I actually got inside some of the
double wall systems.
Yeah, the double wall systems, things like that today. They did, go to the sides and stuff, but they were generally, I had basically stopped taking in 6 wall breakers. I went down to 5. And in fact, the last couple of days I'd been doing 4, because I figured if I didn't get it in 4, I wasn't getting it at all. So, but now
that's a good way to think about it.
But now I'm back up to 5. I don't know if I need 6, but it's one way to, to keep things going.
Well, you know me, I'm all Barb Archer minion swarm.
How many minions are you doing now?
Just however. Well,
because you don't do your set number.
Yeah, I just whatever rocks out, and it's usually about 25. Because right now, I have one of my dark barracks is upgrading to Valkyrie status.
Oh, okay.
The other one is already at Mr. T status, but that's only like
Mr. T status. I love it.
3 hours. It's 3 hours.
Pity the fool.
3 hours left till I can start making Valkyries.
Okay.
Which would be cool. But that not that I'm going to use them or anything, but that means that I can now have 2 minion barracks going, so my minion count will be up.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have the Valkyrie yet. I'm going to go for it. Like I said, I'm going on Dark Elixir Drill, Hardcore.
Yeah.
4 million away for my second, or 400,000 Elixir away before upgrading my second Dark Drill to level 5. So it's a $6 million upgrade. But I've been pushing it. So, and my first Dark Elixir Drill will be done tonight. So, but big thing with the update also, minions research time is half. It's only 5 days to research the minions now.
Whoopee! I already did it.
Well, yeah, but what level are they at?
They're only at level 2. The next one's going to be 6 days, so that's good.
5 days.
Well, level 3 is 6 days.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so it only went up 1 day, which is nice.
Okay. Yeah, but
from level 2.
Well,
but they're going to be badass.
And I looked at it today, and for some reason mine was, because I had the 10-day thing, and it was at 5 days and 10 hours. So if I would have waited, I'm over what it already is, and I thought, well, maybe they shrunk it down if you were already researching it or whatever.
No.
So that sucks. But I did think about it, and I thought, I wouldn't have probably been able to come up with that much Dark Elixir anyways.
Yeah, I'm just sitting around 5,000.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm steadily going up, making minions and attacking people because I'm up, like I said, up in 1350. I'm always pulling in a little bit of Dark Elixir from attacks.
Yeah.
Like every time, And minions aren't expensive to make in Dark Elixir. I probably pull in more. Well, I do. I pull in more than I use.
Well, I have been using the minions that in about 5, 6, and 7s. Not a lot, but I'd send them in because those damn balloons would always take them out. But they changed that too in the upgrade.
Yeah,
not as
very
much
good.
splash damage.
Their radius, their damage radius is decreased, which is awesome.
Yeah, because they were taking out,
40 minions at once that are spread out. You're
40. They were only that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's why it's such a son of a bitch. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
you come here like I'm gonna clean this guy. What? Where'd everybody go?
I'd send one of those fat pigs across the wall as a bait thing, and then everything would be fine. Then all of a sudden, here would come that balloon, and the balloon would hunt that little bastard down.
Right. Yeah, I thought only the Dark Elixir balloons were supposed to be seeking ones.
Yeah.
Those red ones follow you around pretty
Yeah.
damn good.
I haven't even seen any Dark Elixir balloons. I think they're just too expensive.
Not since they were started.
Yeah.
Because they're useless and they get, it's just a waste of money.
Yeah.
So,
600 elixir for one balloon.
Well, yeah. Are you going to lose that much?
Yeah, no.
I mean, are you going to, what are you protecting with 600 elixir just to waste it?
Yeah.
I mean, do you have 600 elixir to Dark Elixir to give up? Probably not.
No, and I suppose, with those dragons and stuff like that, it helps. But,
Well, it's 5% of if you have 11 or 12, 15, 500 Dark Elixir is 5% of 10 grand.
right.
So,
You'd have
what
to
do you got?
have-
You got 12 grand sitting there that you're going to protect with one balloon and just waste it instead of hanging on to that 600? I mean, you're doing something with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. They're not,
They're
useful.
not worth it.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Stamped bunk.
All right. So what else do we got here on the new update that we haven't talked about? Level 5 clan castle, 5 more troops.
5 more troops for 7 million gold.
Yeah, that's a lot of
It's
gold.
going to be a long time before I am doing that one.
Yeah, because those 5 extra troops, I mean, depending on where you're at, they'll be worth it. I mean, I'm glad that I went up to a level, 4 town hall, and I waited for a long time to do that, and I don't know why I did.
Well, you'll end up with what? At the max out at 250 troops with
Oh,
your,
yeah,
with
I
your
suppose.
220 and your 30.
Yeah.
That's a big chunk. You
Yeah.
know?
So
you can afford to have a couple of dragons and golems and P.E.K.K.A.s and then a whole bunch of archers or something.
Yeah.
I'll have a really wide variety of stuff going on.
yeah, and that'll be cool when my minions have leveled up a little bit and I'm using them more, and then I'll work on hog riders and things like that, and then I'll be using more dark elixir troops, and then I can start to work with dragons and stuff more because it takes a long time to brew them.
It costs so much. You really got to have a good score with them.
You've got to go in there and you got to make it worth it,
Yeah,
because on top of everything else.
I think that probably when you get up into the higher leagues, higher level trophies, you'll have more big scores.
Yeah, definitely.
More will be available to you.
Right.
I know a couple of our clan guys, like one guy's sitting on maxed out elixir because he can't do anything with it. He's just been making dragons to give away.
Yeah, which has been nice. Thanks, Boots.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, good up on Boots there.
And here's a recommendation for anybody out there: check your clan castle before you go into a raid, because there's nothing worse than going into a raid and all of a sudden you didn't know there was a P.E.K.K.A. in your clan castle.
And you put him in the wrong spot.
And you drop him, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit, there's not that much stuff left. I mean, I was just doing it to get, the last bits.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Or I'd hang on to them forever until I found just the right one. And I've done that, I think, 3 times this last week. Sorry, Boots. I do appreciate it, though.
Yeah, it's a surprise when you, I'm going to drop my castle here. I'll probably get some archers and some barbs to run in, and all of a sudden a dragon shows up.
You're like, fuck, it's a dragon.
I'm like, oh, that's a surprise.
Yeah, I would have just kept him, until I needed him right at the right point. But 5 troops makes a difference, and I'm waiting to upgrade my army camps.
Well, now you can have a golem. I think that the golem is 30. It's a housing unit of 30.
Yeah, so you can't even
give one now. Now you can. Yeah.
Okay. And then also what I really like, and I've used this a lot today, and I'm really glad about it, is the spell times have decreased again.
Yeah, good.
And so
Lightning spells cut in half. The rage spell is down to 45 minutes.
Which is really going to suck with the lightning spell cut in half, because as you start to get up more elixir, the damn, people just come in and hit your...
It's not worth it. Well, I guess it's worth it for elixir because...
Yeah, if you can take over, 1,000 elixir, 500 elixir for, 90,000 gold, something like that. It depends. It's a trade-off, what you're going for.
Yeah, right.
But that's how people have been hitting me, is they've been just slamming me.
I've got a couple of revenges on my list where it's just lightning bolts.
Yeah.
That's the only thing to use. I'm like, whatever.
Well, because I'm saying, you get really close to an upgrade, and it's like, damn you, you come in just lightning me like 3 or 4 times. And that's going to be really hard going to the Barb Queen, which is 40k dark elixir, which, I mean, at that point, who knows? Because if you can take 5% of that, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, that's going to be $2,000 available.
Yeah,
5% of 40.
And it takes a while.
Yeah.
So
if I see $2,000 dark elixir available, I'm attacking. I don't care what it looks like. I'll drop all my lightning on that thing.
Just go for it. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then imagine upgrading your queen to the next level. It's, I don't know. I'm gonna
your whole dark elixir economy. You're gonna have just your dark elixir tank surrounded by everything.
I know. I wish there was like a lightning blocker or something that you could kind of
Dear Supercell.
Dear Supercell. Something to deter it. But I guess it works good because then it's fair game. So people have a really heavy camp. You can throw in some money and do that. But I'd like to use a healing spell, especially for my giants, because they get really close, and they're about to do something or hitting on a wall, and I'll drop one in.
I don't really use them. I guess I probably should, because swarms don't move around so much.
Yeah, the swarms, I don't think they work that well for. They do for barbs and stuff, but
they do if you can drop it on a spot where they're bunched up and might get mortar hits, or splash damage from a wizard. You can drop a healing spell there, and then they'll be able to, it's fun is that he drop a healing spell and a rage spell and watch them go crazy.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's pretty cool, and that's awesome with the rage spell. It's only 45 minutes now, and when you're training an army, I think mine takes about 25 minutes or 20 minutes to do. So it's like. If you're gone for just a little bit, you have, 3 healing spells or whatever.
I'm down to 10 minutes, man.
You're down to 10 minutes to train your army?
Yeah.
See, that would be nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
And you can actually sit and play for an hour and do 10
battles,
attacks or whatever.
Yeah. And, I gotta do that more. And I think, like I said, when I get minions and stuff upgraded and I'm not waiting for...
You could puke acid on your foes.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Well, with that 5-day shortened
upgrade
time or whatever, that's going to help a lot. But also, it's going to be more demand for getting that dark elixir because people are going to need it more often and stuff. So I don't know, but it's pretty tough.
I got to try to get 15,000 more dark elixir before I can upgrade my minions again.
Oh yeah, because you have to get 30 grand, right?
20.
20?
20 to get to level 3.
Oh, okay. I'm working on my level 3 right now.
You are upgrading to level 3?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I've got 5 more. I've got 5 more days till my level 3s are done.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, because all right, and I guess we've talked about the update. We're brand new to this update. We previewed some stuff that we saw online last week. I'm sure most of you guys saw it too. So there were some surprises today. Still, like I said, the spell time is awesome, especially just to give you a helping hand when you
need it.
Yeah, and it's not such a big commitment to go up against somebody super hardcore. The playing field is changing, and I think this is what's awesome is when me and Bodiard started this podcast, we started talking about what we're going to talk about, and we get to episode 3 and we go, we still haven't even talked about half the stuff we said we wanted to talk about in the first episode. And
I think we're episode 10, and we still got the list is miles long.
Yeah, just keeps
talk about this.
Well, and that's the thing with the game. And what I love is
keeps
this big
changing.
episode 10. We had just started after the one update. We had a second update, and then a mini update in the middle, and now this brand new one, which changes a lot with the leagues, with everything.
Yeah.
So it's constantly evolving, which is awesome because it keeps us interested.
Yeah, right. There's no, I'm not ready to quit.
Yeah. Well, and we had talked so many times about what the end game is, and what's
At what
this
point are
and
you going
what's
to get
that.
sick of this? And then, now updating all kinds of new stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
this
let's
is
play
new
with
and
it.
this is new.
I'm going to play for hours.
Minion King?
I'm a minion king with spit your acid on them, guys. Go get them.
God. I've had all week long, since we recorded the last podcast, Minion King stuck in my head.
Oh, yeah, the minion king.
Oh, you owe me a quarter.
Mine don't count. My songs don't count.
Your
although-
songs don't count?
No, I don't. That's
Okay.
private.
All right.
That's private bet. Plural.
You are such a dork. Okay, Boneyard. So before we wrap up today, why don't you tell me what you've been working on? We've kind of interjected it throughout the podcast. And
What I have been working on right now, I got 3 lovely purple boobs poking out of the middle of my thing. I've been saving up elixir. I got 4.9 mil. Not that I need it for anything. I just don't know what to save it up for. I really wanted to save it up. I was saving it up for the update to see if something. I can put a new dark barrack in and do something cool. Meh, can't do that yet. But in 4 hours, I'll be able to update to golem status. But I don't have a level 9 town hall, so I can't do that anyway. But like I said, I was always like, I'm going to wait until level 9 town hall. I want to upgrade everything first. So right now, my 3 mortars are all gold. Upgraded
level 6.
as far as they can go. 2 of my 5 cannons are gold. Another 2 of my 5 cannons are upgrading to be gold.
Okay.
I have 1.3 million gold
In the bank?
In the bank. As soon as I get 300 grand more, I'm gonna start my 5th cannon. Then
Okay.
they'll all be gold.
Okay.
So mortars and cannons, check.
I like the gold cannons too.
Well, they look cool.
Yeah, but they were super. I think
Yeah,
they're pretty
they're
effective.
effective. Yeah. And then I'm gonna go to archers
Okay.
and switch it up with. Actually, I'll probably go to. What I'll do is I'll go to my wizard towers
Wizard
because they're
towers.
actually kind of low. I think my wizard towers are only level 4 right now. So I'll probably go to level 5 with each one of those and go from there. I mean,
So when are you thinking about the
I need 1.96 mil.
level 9 town hall? What are you thinking?
I'm gonna wait on it. I'm gonna now that all my stuff is almost gold. I really am gonna be like, I think I should
Should wait.
really knock out all these defenses.
Yeah.
And my walls and stuff. Like I want to get all my walls to be blue.
Yeah.
I'm not even close to that, and that's a ton of money.
My goal is at least 1 or 2 blue walls per day, and I've done really well because I had, I think, just 1 builder or 2 builders, and I just kept putting that money into the walls for like a day and did a bunch.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good idea, but like I said, you're sitting on so much elixir. I wonder if at a certain
Actually, I'll
point,
probably use it to. I'll start researching something. Like I want to research the minions again, but I'm going to need all this dark elixir. So I'll probably go towards upgrading, maybe even my wall breakers or something. I don't know.
where are your wall breakers sitting at?
I think 4, level 4.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe even level 5 by now.
Yeah.
I don't know probably not level 5.
I'm kind of debating on the level 6 barbs, but I'm gonna stick with what I'm doing. Do some dark elixir things first, and then do that because, I wouldn't start with the archers this time because my archers aren't really my strong point. It's my barbs, my
Go with the barbs.
yeah, my
Go with
barbs,
the barbs.
the barbs,
Go
the
with the
barbs,
The barbs.
the barbs.
And don't go for the archers.
I would go for the giants, but I have to upgrade my research facility. And so I'll tell you what I've been working on. Is that all you've been working on?
Well, I moved a lot of stuff around and I changed my outline a little bit. I put my town hall down in the corner by itself, but I also put a pump and a mine near it, and then I lined up all my barracks and all my crap down in the corner and just pulled it all out of my thing. So I tightened up. I tightened.
Do I
up.
have to say it? That's what she said.
Wait to the end. So
Okay.
So I pulled them all out of my thing, and then I tightened up the ring, and got it a little closer, a little tighter, so it's a little meatier. And so it's a little tougher to break through the skin and get to the real meat of the situation, right in the middle, right in the heart of it. And so there's no forceful
the
entry.
resources are.
So there's no forceful entry. Yeah,
Okay.
right.
That I've never heard a Clash of Clans village or camp described so elegantly with such class.
I think it's eloquently.
Eloquently?
Is what we're doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, no, that's what I'm working on. Getting everything gold and really just kind of needling it up, working on my defenses.
Yeah. I'm really interested to check out the update. Experiment with it, see how the new wall breakers are doing. It'll be a while till we get it all figured out. I did start my new wizard tower today, so I'll be working on that one, upgrading it.
Sure.
I'm this close, 11 hours to my first dark drill level 5. Excited about that.
Nice.
And so I've also been upgrading my elixir containers, elixir storage, because I think that the next drill, level 6, is 8 million, is my guess. I haven't looked because I don't.
8 million
elixir.
elixir. So my total is, I can hold 6 million
elixir.
elixir.
Yeah.
Because I have 3 of them maxed out.
You threw your 3 boobs.
Yeah.
You threw purple balls.
The 3 purple balls.
Yeah.
I don't even want to spend it because they look so cool.
God. And so
I want to touch them.
So I'm almost to the 6 million to start my second drill, and then keep going for the pumps.
Sure.
I know, and even Super 9 said he hates to see camps not filled to the max. I really want them. I'm sticking to my guns though and going for the pumps because I see the difference it's made from 3 to 4. 4 to 5 is 20 extra, and then 5 to 6 will be the 20 extra. I'll max them out, and then at that point, I will be able to.
Well, the fact that you already are upgrading your minions means that you're getting a lot of dark elixir,
Yeah. Because, it came with just the one pump at level 4, it makes a huge difference.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm sticking to it, and I have to. Like, you are sticking to the fact that you are waiting till almost everything's upgraded before level 9. I'm doing what I should have done before, and then I'll get to the camps, and then I'll get to.
It's nice to be able to
everything
do
else.
that where you have a plan and you're saving stuff for later. Like,
Yeah.
Once I get to town hall level 9, I've got a world of stuff to do.
Yeah. There's
so much stuff.
There's so much stuff that I think that is my first priority, because if I don't do it now,
You're gonna get involved in all kinds of other stuff.
yeah, then I have my camps. I got my research center. I
do have a question for you. Now you have at level 9, you get all kinds of new stuff. You said you started your wizard tower. Did you also start your free archer tower and
all
the new defenses that you get at level 9? You have started.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the new wizard tower started today, that
was a brand new thing, but you have got everything else going. Because the quick tip to everybody, you're doing that kind of stuff where you have your brand new lower level, and this goes through town hall, all the town hall levels.
Yeah.
The brand new low level defenses that are being worked on, put them outside the walls. It stops giants. They'll go for the things that are being worked on. The guys will go for that kind of stuff. Just leave them out there.
And they're cheap.
As a target.
And they're cheap too. When you first get them.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm almost on level 9.
You can almost,
with my new archer tower that I got, almost level 9.
Sure.
I'm getting up there. Elixir's coming faster than I thought it would. And so this pump was already almost done, or drill is almost done, and then the next one will start. And so my elixir storage is going up, but along the way, because I get a lot of gold, I'm shoving it where I can.
Sure.
So that's what I've been doing.
Said. Yeah, right. Come on, man.
I know.
You lob them up, and I'll knock them out of there. Yeah, you heard it as you said it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You heard it as it was coming out of your mouth. That's
I know.
what she said, right?
So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I guess I'm excited to see how this league thing works. I'm excited to see. I don't know, just all the new features. It's been kind of a fun day to see the clan
That's
stuff.
always fun. And then there's new flags, by the way. A couple of new flags.
Yeah, a couple new flags out there.
Where they were for or who it was, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's not my flag.
It's a national flag.
Woo. Oh yeah, that would be.
It would be awesome if you could get a customizable flag.
With your little clan.
Yeah, or you could create your clan logo. Because I've seen a lot of that looking around. Checking out British Knights, BDs.
Having your own
Dragon Knights.
actual clan logo and making it,
and having that
awesome.
on a flag or on your castle and stuff like that. So that'd be cool. Yeah,
I got all the torches and I had them from before, so I could fill holes in my where you can put stuff, and now that doesn't work anymore.
Right.
So I just got 4.
Yeah, I bought them as a deterrent.
Yeah.
For certain things, but I think they play a little bit into psychologically where people put things.
Yeah.
Because you go, oh, it's busy.
I just roll my thumb back and forth across that side and in and out of
Minion
trees.
swarm.
Barbs everywhere. Attack. Boneyard the Minion King.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be the
Boom, 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 boom.
Boneyard the Minion King.
Master of the minions.
Spitting acid.
So, well, we are
Death from above.
we're getting close to the end here. I'm looking forward to talking to Supercell. It is set in stone. We are gonna do it late Sunday night, so we'll bring it to you next week. And now with the update, we can talk about other things. Talk about.
We got more to talk about with Supercell. It's gonna be a long interview.
Yeah, I mean, because this last one was like, okay, what do we ask about? The update's coming out.
Yeah, we didn't know whether or not we could ask about the update because it's not here yet. Can we get a little secret inside info?
Yeah. And now that it's out there, we can talk about, what's in the future.
Yeah,
those type of
golems.
things.
Where's that from?
Yeah, where's your Crocodile Dundee character?
Come on over
Yeah.
here.
All right, Boneyard, we are running short for time. Trying to keep this short and sweet for the fans in the stands. You got anything you want to say before we go?
Boneyard the Minion King lays waste to everything.
See, that's part of the musical challenge.
Yeah,
I think you owe me a quarter.
I think I get a quarter on that one.
You got to put some music behind it or something.
Okay.
Little ditty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom, skilly, skiddly, boom, 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 skilly, skilly, boom, 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 skilly, skilly, scat. Boneyard, scat, skiddly, diddly, boneyard, scat, scat, skiddly, skilly, boneyard, scat, scat, skiddly, scat. Minion King.
All right. Okay. You get a quarter.
Now you owe me a quarter.
All right. So the musical challenge is still on. Leave us comments on ClashClansPodcast.com or comments at ClashClansPodcast.com.
You know we screw that up every single time.
I know.
Leave your comments at ClashClansPodcast.com or call us at 424-27-CLASH.
What's that, Boneyard?
424-27-CLASH.
What's that, Boneyard?
424-27-CLASH.
All right. Yeah, keep your phone calls coming in. And you can always comment on the blog. There's been a lot of great comments and a lot of good discussion on
Yeah,
there.
suck it, nerd. Oh, by the way, BD, you suck it, nerd. I heard that. I listened to that episode. This guy.
Wow, you listened to an episode?
Yeah, I had to. You yelled at me. All right, everybody.
All right.
Another episode in the can. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah,
ClashClansPodcast.com.
And we'll hopefully have some more stuff about what's happened since the update.
Peace.
Peace out, nerds. Clash on.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.